Last time I did this backfired pretty badly. I was talking in the clan, and Icy Earth here turned around, oh my god, found a rare container, and I said scan it, and that led on to me having a really bad idea that if you find enough of these rare containers, and the reason I say rare is because even the reinforced ones, there it is, they do still have good stuff in them, but they are more common than the red ones. That being said, of course, I have never found a reinforced corpus or a reinforced OROKIN one. Not sure if they even exist, just guessing they do. So it would have to be a rare one for this to work, but once you have found 5 of them, taking the GRINEER one here as an example, Samorus would turn around and say something like, because you've reached minimum, or because you've scanned so many of these, he has a blueprint to be able to build your own placeable rare GRINEER storage containers for this one. Of course, this would go for the CORPUS one as well and the OROKIN one. The OROKIN one used to drop prime parts. I'm not sure if it does that anymore. The one I have scanned here is the only one I've ever found, and it spat out a glaive prime. I think it was the blueprint, not the actual item. It was a blueprint, it was a prime part it spat out. But I never got to finish that mission because my game bugged and I lost everything that came out of it. I don't know if it still does that with the prime parts, but they do have the ship components are in there, some of them, not all of them. There is resources in there. There's a lot of good stuff that comes from the rare containers. Boosters come from there. All the boosters can come from there. Not at the same time. Sometimes it can be 30 minutes, sometimes it can be... I'm trying to think if I ever had one more than that, and I honestly don't know, because I didn't realise I'd even come across that many GRINEER rare containers. 6 of them. Possibly more, because obviously Helios stopped scanning them at 5, and then I've scanned an extra one. But Helios has never scanned these, so I've never found them. So what do you do once you've built the containers? The build costs would have to be insane, with the GRINEER ones probably costing OROKIN cells to build, a lot of. CORPUS ones would be neural sensors, and OROKIN ones would have to be argon crystals. Maybe even on a 7-day build cycle. But once you've built them, put them in the gear, and kind of like some of the air support charges, the remote observer, even things like the kinetic siphon trap for Samorus's targets, you can place them on the floor and open them. The only problem I can foresee for this is the contents of the rare containers when you open them. You would have to be running a game in solo to be able to open them. Otherwise, they're opening the possibility of allowing people to share rare containers, because somebody could build it and somebody else can then open it if the other people who've built it place them down, meaning that they can also scan them, and that's when they can start to build their own, and you could have a group of 4 people with one each, because you would have to limit it to 1 per game, otherwise you could place hundreds of them. Of course, the build costs would have to be just insanely high. But it would add an aspect to the game where you can... I really don't want to say loot box openings, but still, it's a possibility. I mean, it's not like there's a lot in these. There's ship parts, some boosters, credits, resources. I think that's about it. As I say, the OROKIN one dropped a prime part for me once, and that was about it. I think there's a stance inside of one of these as well. So it's not like there's a lot in them. It wouldn't really be worth it unless, as well as adding this in, so you could build your own placeable ones, they also added in more things, like they can put the... I don't want to say it, the immortal skins. They can put the immortal skins in these. Just bring out 5 or 6 new ones and put them in there. Colour palettes specifically for these things. There's a few things they can bring in and put in there that would be weird. but at the same time it would add a very weird aspect to the game that some might like and some might just straight up hate. It's a very weird idea. I didn't say it was a good one, but it is a weird one. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.